Hello and welcome to the Reiki Gem Wellness channel. This is a episode that I like to call Let's Talk Crystals. And I have been getting a lot of emails for this topic lately. And it occurred to me that I hadn't actually filmed a Let's Talk Crystals about this topic. I'm really surprised that I've overlooked it for so long, but I thought it was an important one to address since I've been getting a lot of requests for gemstone recommendations in the comments and emails for physical ailments. And so the question is, what about gemstones for physical healing? And why don't I prescribe gemstones for physical issues? Well, the simple answer is that because my practice of crystal wisdom isn't specifically about physical healing. And it's about being able to navigate the challenges in life through inner exploration, self-discovery, and hearing that insight and resolutions from your inner wisdom through using the gemstones. Now, that said, I have been a Phoenix Rising yoga therapy practitioner, and so I strongly believe in the deep connection between our physical health and our emotional, spiritual, and mental health as well. And in yoga therapy, you have the opportunity with the practitioner to sit and look at the physical sensations in your body, discomforts, pains, and they ask, tell me more about this. You have the opportunity to free flow responses that often give you insight into what that discomfort is telling you, because emotional issues, past experiences, memories, those live in the body. And if we haven't addressed those, they remain in the body and then eventually manifest as physical pains and discomforts and illnesses. And also, like the stress index or stress scale also shows that our levels of stress in our life can directly influence our chances for illness. And what the stress index is, it's a survey that lists common life stressors, good or bad, because some good events can also cause stressors like a wedding, and it assigns them point values. And then you check off the ones that you have experienced in a 12-month period and tally up your points, and the higher your point total, the higher your chances are for illnesses. So I do believe that by resolving challenges in our life or making room for positive opportunities and emotions and energy in your life will dramatically set the stage for improved healing in your life. But I don't prescribe specific gemstones for specific illnesses. Now, are there crystal practitioners that do this? Yes, totally. And that's fine. It's just not what I focus on. And that's a whole other area of the brain where I would have to remember crystal attributes. But that said, if you are experiencing a physical issue, injury, ailment, then do not, and I want to be very clear, do not replace medical treatment with crystal healing therapies or other supportive therapies. They are meant to be supplemental. So definitely, and this is not just physical, but with mental or emotional issues. Like if you are feeling like you need help, then reach out for help. And then use the crystals to support you in your treatment experience. So you may be asking, well, what about Reiki then, since I teach Reiki? Well, crystal wisdom and the Reiki practice are two different practices for me, and their healing source comes from different places. Like inner wisdom for me is a relationship between the gemstone and our inner guide. And with Reiki healing, you are channeling energy through you to either parts on your body or to someone else to provide that healing energy. And this is healing energy for all layers of our being: physical, spiritual, emotional, mental, all areas, because it's aiming for total health, total energetic and personal health. And I have personally experienced dramatic healing with Reiki, and so have my clients and people that I've taught. However, that said, I still would not replace medical treatment with Reiki. An example I can think of is if I cut my arm and I'm bleeding profusely, I don't go to Reiki first. I get the towels, I get my bandages, my Neosporin, stitches if necessary, get it all cleaned up and bandaged and stable. And then I use Reiki to enhance the healing process. They're meant to go together. Reiki's not meant to replace medical treatment. So then the next question you might have is, well, what about crystal Reiki? And that is a course, an online course that I will be offering hopefully in March to supplement the Reiki certification online courses that I'm making available. And there are wonderful ways in which you can use crystals and gemstones to enhance your Reiki practice. And those who have been taking Reiki too know that there are different Reiki symbols which represent different layers and energies of Reiki healing: the physical, the emotional, the spiritual. And there are ways that you can incorporate gemstones with those layers to help enhance the healing process. However, in that course, I'm still not going to prescribe certain gemstones to certain illnesses. That's just not the way that it works for me. But crystals with Reiki can still be very powerful. And there are very definite ways you can use their energy and their support and combined with the Reiki energy. Like one example, simple example, is that I use clear quartz to help amplify the energy of distance healing Reiki. That I perform the Reiki healing, the distance healing. Usually I do a group healings using this box. I hold it in my hand, and inside is all of the names of the people that I want to send healing to, and clear quartz to amplify that healing energy. So that's one example there. So all of that to say that there are many ways in which you can heal in this life. And I just wanted to clarify just where I stood in my practice with physical healing. I hope that this answered some questions because, like I said, I've been getting a lot of emails about it. If you have any more questions about this, certainly put them in the comments below and I will try to address anything that's more specific. I tried to include everything that I can think of, but I might have missed it. But anyway, I usually have the preface ahead of time that these episodes are more casual, they're unscripted, they're mostly unedited. So like if I've forgotten something that physical healing related that you want to ask, then certainly ask those in the comments below. So thank you for joining me and, talking about the topic of physical healing and how that relates to crystals. And I will see you again soon. Thank you so much.